You are still watching The Dose, and we are now in the third and final segment of today's discussion. Mr. Richard Mutingwende, we were talking about the treatment options.
Well, I was explaining on the importance of boosting our immune system, because that's the function of your immune system, to attack or to destroy any abnormal cell in your body, because our body is a self-regulating organism, meaning it's programmed to heal itself. So when your body has abnormal cells, the abnormal cells are supposed to commit suicide, a process known as apoptosis. They are supposed to kill themselves. So sometimes if you have a compromised immune system, the abnormal cell will continue to multiply. So when you incorporate turmeric, as I mentioned, that it's filled with a very powerful compound known as curcumin, this will also help in that process of apoptosis, whereby it helps to make your abnormal cells commit suicide. So when we are addressing conditions, we have to study their weaknesses and their strengths. One weakness of cancerous cells is that they easily commit suicide. And also the strength of cancerous cells is that they can easily multiply. And also cancerous cells, they feed more on sugar. They need sugar in order to get energy, in order to get fuel. They really need sugar. So when it comes to your diet, when you have cancer, you have to cut down on sugar, because it fuels the cancerous cells. And also you have to incorporate certain food with very powerful antioxidants, such as grapes. They are filled with very powerful compounds, very powerful antioxidants. And also you can embrace other natural modalities, such as acupuncture. This one is very common in China. It's used in Chinese medicine, whereby needles are inserted in your body along the acupoints. Acupoints are along the meridians. This will also help even to relieve some of the symptoms that are related to cancer, such as nausea, such as vomiting. So you can make use of acupuncture. That's very effective. And also even aromatherapy, because sometimes when you have cancer, sometimes you become very depressed, you become very stressed. So you can actually make use of aromatherapy so that you relieve issues such as stress and also issues such as pain. So there are quite a number of natural therapies that you can embrace, as well as psychotherapy. That's a natural therapy whereby you simply need someone to talk to, so that you get a relief, especially when it comes to issues of stress. And also even exercising is very important when you have issues such as cancer. You can embrace another modality known as Tai Chi. That's movement and exercises, so that it calms your nerve, it calms even your mind. That way it can also even help even to manage issues such as pain that might be related to cancer or to breast cancer. So there are quite a number of natural therapies that can be embraced. Then when it comes to the other side, some people, they go for radiation therapy, for chemotherapy, and they also get a relief.
All right, so let's talk about the side effects of chemotherapy.
So when it comes to the side effects, just like any other medicine, it has some side effects, but I am more into the natural aspect. So from the natural aspect, when we treat a condition, we are not only treating the physical person, we are treating the whole person. So it's like when a snake enters your house, there are so many ways to kill it. You can even set your house ablaze so that you kill the snake. Or someone might want to introduce a natural way, like you hire a cat from your neighbor to kill the cat. So there are so many options when it comes to treatment of cancer. You can go for chemotherapy. It has its advantages and side effects. Then you can also go for a natural way. It has its advantages and its disadvantages. The disadvantage of the natural way is that sometimes it needs patience, because it takes time to achieve the desired results. Whereas the Western approach, sometimes you can simply notice results immediately, but sometimes on the long run it comes with side effects.
All right, so how soon should you start treatment, and what would the goal of treatment be?
As long as you notice that you have cancer, it's much better to get treatment early, especially on its early stages before it spreads to any other body organs. And the treatment goal is to strengthen the body. It's not only to eliminate the cancer from your body, but it's to strengthen the physical body and to restore even your mind. Because when you get a chronic condition, it affects you emotionally. So we have to treat the mental aspect first, followed by treating the physical body, and then followed by treating the disease. So the aim when it comes to the natural aspect is to strengthen the immune system and to eliminate the cause so that we restore your health.
How can breast cancer awareness be raised?
So it's very important to raise breast cancer awareness. You can start to raise awareness in the young generation, especially at schools, because sometimes it will be too late to raise awareness when someone is affected by the condition. You can also even raise awareness in farming areas, because sometimes our agricultural practices can cause or expose us to carcinogens. For example, when there are glyphosate, the weed killers that are being used by farmers in the farming areas, such chemicals can cause cancer when we consume the food. Perhaps we just buy oats from the supermarkets, or we buy fruits from the supermarkets. Sometimes they are polluted with chemicals such as glyphosate. So the awareness should start from the farming areas, from the farmer. The awareness should start even from the kitchen, where you prepare the food, so that you know this is the best food and this is the worst food to avoid. And also the awareness should go to schools, to universities, everywhere. Everyone has to know what really causes cancer and how we can prevent it. That way we can fight cancer. We don't have to wait until someone is admitted in the hospital, then we start fighting cancer. We should fight cancer whilst we are still at home, or we are still growing the crops, or we are manufacturing the foods that is going to be consumed by people. Because surprisingly, certain foods that we take for granted, just like bottled water, can be a carcinogen. So we have to be very aware of carcinogens or the possible carcinogens.
Mr. Richard, thank you so much for this enlightening and informative conversation.
You are most welcome.
All right, we have come to the end of today's episode. I hope that you have learned a thing or two and that you're going to change your lifestyle habits. I am Yavai Jiro, and thank you so much for tuning into The Dose. I will leave you watching Health Tips.